The unholy Trinity's first person and father is Satan. The Antichrist will be the evil Trinity's second member and son. The third part of the unholy Trinity, the false prophet, will guide the people's worship and acclaim back to the Antichrist. Satan often tries to imitate or counterfeit God's work to make himself seem like God. The so-called unholy Trinity, as vividly described in Revelation chapter 12 and 13, is no exception. The Holy Trinity is made up of God the Father, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Satan, the Antichrist, and the false prophet are their unholy Trinity counterfeit. The Holy Trinity embodies infinite truth, love, and goodness. However, the unholy Trinity exhibits the diametrically opposed characteristics of deception, hatred, and pure evil. The world will be completely enthralled by the Antichrist after this wondrous event. They will worship Satan as well as the Antichrist. The Antichrist will not be alone. The false prophet is the final member of the unholy Trinity, as described in Revelation chapter 13, verses 11 through 18. Revelation chapter 13, verses 11 through 18. Then I saw another beast come out of the earth. He had 2 horns like those of a lamb. He spoke with the voice of a dragon. He exercised all the authority of the first beast, and he required all the earth and its people to worship the first beast, whose fatal wound had been healed. He did astonishing miracles, even making fire flash down to earth from the sky while everyone was watching. And with all the miracles he was allowed to perform on behalf of the first beast, he deceived all the people who belonged to this world. He ordered the people to make a great statue of the first beast, who was fatally wounded and then came back to life. He was then permitted to give life to the statue so that it could speak. And the statue of the beast commanded that anyone refusing to worship it must die. He required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name. Wisdom is needed here. Let the one with understanding solve the meaning of the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. The second beast emerges from the earth rather than the sea. Although he appears meek, mild, and benevolent, the horns indicate that he will wield power. Jesus expressly cautioned followers to watch out for false prophets, who may seem innocent but may cause a great deal of damage. Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. Beware of false prophets who come disguised as harmless sheep, but are really vicious wolves. According to Revelation chapter 13, verse 13, the false prophet has the ability to perform impressive miracles, including summoning fire from the heavens. He raises an image of the Antichrist for worship, gives the image life, demands that all people worship the image, and executes those who refuse to worship the image. Paul declared that the Antichrist will come with all power. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. Revelation chapter 13, verses 14 through 15. And with all the miracles he was allowed to perform on behalf of the first beast, he deceived all the people who belonged to this world. He ordered the people to make a great statue of the first beast, who was fatally wounded and then came back to life. It was then permitted to give life to the statue so that it could speak. Then the statue of the beast commanded that anyone refusing to worship it must die. It is said that the false prophet will require all individuals to get a permanent mark, similar to how slaves were marked in the past, to show their complete loyalty to the Antichrist and rejection of God. This mark will be necessary to engage in any business transactions. Accepting the mark results in eternal death. Revelation chapter 14, verse 10. According to the Bible, those who accept the mark are not only accepting an economic system, but also a worship system that rejects Jesus Christ. The number of the beast is revealed in Revelation chapter 13, verses 18.